makes the right play. He could have very easily tried to win that one on his own, but he sees an open teammate.
JJ, if there was kind of some element to the basketball gods there in those final seconds, streak and all that, but you got a better pass. Rui's open in the corner. He ends up hitting the shot. Can you just take us through that sequence and how it results?
Just playing the game the right way. You always make the right play. That's just been my MO. That's how I was taught the game. I've done that my whole career. It was not even 1 second guessing that. Once they doubled AR and the ball got swung to me, I know it's a numbers game. We got a 4-on-3 advantage, and I was just trying to put the ball on time, on target, and right in Rui's socket, in his shot pocket, and he knocked it down.
LeBron James has been in the league for more than 2 decades, and in all those years, he has shown a level of consistency that almost never happens in basketball. For 1,297 straight games, he scored at least 10 points. That streak was not only incredible, it was something people thought might never end. But tonight, against the Raptors, the streak finally broke. LeBron did not score his usual double-digit points, but what makes this moment even more interesting is that he reacted to it with complete calmness. Instead of being upset, instead of forcing shots just to keep the streak going, he actually made the unselfish decision to pass the ball to Rui Hachimura for the game-winning shot. And in LeBron's eyes, that choice tells you everything about who he is as a player and as a leader. When the game ended, reporters immediately wanted to know how LeBron felt about the streak ending. Some expected him to be emotional, maybe disappointed, maybe reflective about such a long run finally coming to an end. But LeBron didn't care about any of that. His answer was simple: none. We won. For him, winning the game, making the right play, and trusting his teammates mattered more than keeping a personal streak alive. And that attitude is what he talked about again and again in the post-game interview. He explained how the last sequence happened, how he made the pass, and how he has always played the game with the same mindset, no matter what people say about him. When the reporters asked him about the moment, LeBron explained that everything was just about reading the defense and reacting. Once the Raptors doubled Austin Reeves, the ball swung over to him. He saw the numbers advantage, and he knew Rui was in the perfect spot. LeBron said that he wasn't even thinking about the streak for 1 second. All he saw was the right basketball play. He wanted to make sure the pass was on time and on target, right in Rui's shooting pocket, and Rui delivered with a clutch three-pointer. That shot sealed the game, and even though it was a big moment for Rui, it also showed LeBron's trust in his teammates. Even more interesting is how LeBron described what happened after the defensive stop. There was no timeout, no long break, no chance to draw up a play. Everything happened fast. Rui said that LeBron communicated something to him quickly, and reporters wanted to know what that communication was. LeBron explained that he just wanted to put Rui in a good position to score. He looked at the bench and noticed the Raptors were preparing to double team. So LeBron kept Rui on the same side of the floor because that was going to be the payoff spot. And it worked exactly the way LeBron saw it in his mind. Rui got the ball, he stayed calm, and he hit the shot that gave the Lakers the win. After that, reporters tried to get LeBron to talk more about the streak ending. They asked him what feelings he had now that it was officially over. LeBron didn't hesitate. He said, "None. We won." That simple answer showed that personal numbers were never his priority. For him, playing the game the right way is the main thing. It didn't matter whether he scored 5 points or 50 points. If the right play was a pass, he was going to pass. When reporters asked him about the early misses and why he wasn't shooting like usual, LeBron explained that he's still trying to find his rhythm. He reminded everyone that he missed the entire training camp and the entire preseason. He also missed the first 14 games of the regular season. That means he didn't have the normal time players use to adjust their bodies, their timing, and their feel for the game. So right now, he's still figuring things out, especially on the offensive end. But even while trying to get back in rhythm, he still finds ways to make an impact on the court. Reporters brought up something else that made the interview even more interesting. They pointed out that the Lakers are now 2-0 in the games where LeBron didn't score 10 points. LeBron laughed and said he wouldn't make that a habit, but it showed that the team doesn't need him to dominate every night to win. He reminded everyone that if they followed him throughout his career, they should already know that he just plays the right way, no matter what. He said he has made the right play his whole life, and he's never going to change that. One reporter mentioned that earlier in LeBron's career, he used to be criticized for passing the ball late in games instead of taking the last shot. LeBron said he remembers every negative thing that has ever been said about him in his game. But he also said that criticism never made sense to him because making the right basketball play is part of winning. He has played that way his whole life, he has taught the game that way, and he has won at every level doing it. So there was no reason to change when he reached the NBA. Basketball stays basketball. The right play stays the right play. He also talked about how the league has changed. Back then, people didn't like seeing a superstar pass the ball in clutch moments. Today, people understand that basketball is about reading the game, making smart decisions, and giving your team the best chance to win. LeBron's style has become respected over time. Later in the interview, someone mentioned how LeBron embraced Brandon Ingram before the game. LeBron smiled and talked about how proud he is of Brandon. He said he remembered B.I. as a young, skinny kid with talent when they played together his first year in Los Angeles. Now, Ingram is a mature player and a veteran, and LeBron loves seeing him succeed. He said the same about other former teammates like Caruso, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, and Zubac. He said it makes him happy to see all of them playing the game the right way and thriving in their careers. LeBron also talked about the Toronto fans, and his answer showed how much he truly appreciates them. He said it felt like half the arena was cheering for him. He said he loves the fans in Toronto. They've always welcomed him whether he was playing or visiting. He said he doesn't know how many games he has left in that building, but he always feels the support. Another topic that came up was Austin Reeves. Reporters asked LeBron if Austin's recent performance surprised him, especially the way he carries heavy usage while still being efficient. He said no, he's not surprised at all. He said he saw Austin's talent from the moment the Lakers signed him. He talked about how talent means nothing without hard work, and Austin puts in the work every single day. LeBron said that when talent and preparation come together, there's no limit to how good a player can be. That's why he isn't shocked, just proud. LeBron's reaction throughout the interview showed a level of maturity that comes only from decades of experience. Most players would feel embarrassed or disappointed if a streak like that ended. They would think about personal records, social media reactions, or headlines the next day. But LeBron has never allowed numbers to define him. His focus has always been about doing the right thing for his team in each moment. Tonight was another example of that. Even though the streak was something people talked about often, LeBron treated it like it wasn't important at all. And in many ways, that approach is exactly why the streak lasted as long as it did. LeBron did not chase points. He never tried to force anything. He let the game come to him. That mindset has allowed him to play for so long at such a high level. And even now, as he works his way back into rhythm after missing weeks of action, his instincts and IQ still make him one of the smartest players on the court every night. When he explained how he saw Rui's shot developing before it even happened, it was clear that LeBron understood the situation better than anyone. The Raptors' defense shifted for just a moment, and he immediately knew where the ball needed to go. This is something that has always separated LeBron from others, the way he thinks the game. He doesn't just rely on athletic ability. He studies, he reads defenses, and he understands spacing. He knows where his teammates need to be to succeed. When Rui said after the game that LeBron had communicated with him even in such a fast situation, that showed the type of leader LeBron is. Even when time is running out and everything is happening quickly, he still manages to guide his teammates into the right positions. After reporters talked about the streak, they shifted the conversation to LeBron's scoring rhythm. He admitted he hasn't fully found it yet, but that didn't bother him. He reminded everyone that he's still early in his return. Not only did he miss training camp and preseason, but he also missed the first 14 games. For a veteran player, that's a big adjustment. Players his age usually need the preseason to get their bodies ready, to find timing, and to get comfortable. Missing all of that means LeBron is basically doing that work now, in the middle of the season. Despite that, he is still impacting games. He is still defending, still rebounding, still making plays, and still leading the team. Even when the reporters joked that the Lakers won both of the games where he didn't score 10 points, LeBron just laughed. He said he would not make a habit of scoring less than 10, but he also made it clear that as long as the team plays the right way, individual scoring doesn't matter. He reminded everyone that for his entire career, he has always believed in making the right play, even if that meant passing instead of shooing. He pointed out how people used to criticize him for it earlier in his career. Fans and media always expected superstars to take the final shot, no matter what the defense looked like. But LeBron has never been influenced by that. He stuck to what he believed in. He said the criticism never made sense because his goal has always been to win. He has been successful at every level playing the way he plays. From his childhood teams to high school championships to the NBA Finals, he won playing unselfishly. So he never saw a reason to change. That mindset is what makes him unique. He doesn't need to force a moment to prove he is great. He just needs to make the right decision and let the game unfold naturally. This streak ending doesn't change anything about LeBron's career. If anything, it highlights how rare his consistency is. It is almost impossible for a player to go that many games without scoring at least 10 points. The streak lasted more than 11 years. During that time, he played through injuries, pressure, roster changes, coaching changes, and even age. Yet, through all of that, he remained steady. That kind of consistency doesn't happen by accident. It is built through preparation, discipline, and a deep love for the game. When the interview turned to Brandon Ingram, you could see LeBron's joy. He talked about B.I. with real appreciation. He said Ingram was talented even as a rookie, but now he's more confident and more polished. LeBron mentioned several names from his early Lakers days: Caruso, Lonzo, Josh Hart, Zubac, and said he's happy to see all of them thriving in different situations. It shows how connected LeBron stays to the players he's worked with. He remembers their growth, their challenges, and their development. And even after they leave his team, he still supports them. Then the topic moved to Toronto fans, and LeBron lit up again. He said they have always welcomed him and he truly appreciates them. Toronto has always shown him love, even during playoff battles. LeBron acknowledged that he doesn't know how many more games he will play there, which made the moment feel even more meaningful. The crowd cheering for him almost felt like a tribute to his long career. He thanked them and said they are one of a kind. When the conversation switched to Austin Reeves, LeBron spoke like a mentor who's proud of someone he helped guide. He said he could see the talent from Austin's very first days. Talent alone isn't enough in the NBA, but Austin combined it with hard work, discipline, and preparation. LeBron respects that. He said there's no surprise in seeing Austin shine because he puts in the work every single day. When a player has skill and a real work ethic, success eventually comes. LeBron made it clear that he is happy for Austin and proud of his growth. Everything about LeBron's interview showed that he is still in love with the game. Even at his age, even after hundreds of tough games, he still studies the details and tries to guide younger players. He still appreciates fans and still enjoys competing. The streak ending didn't shake him because he never played for the streak. He played for the team. He played to win. That is why he will always be remembered as someone who understood the game on a deeper level. Even though this game didn't show LeBron scoring a lot, it showed something even more important. He still impacted winning in so many ways. His leadership, his passing, his communication, and his